Welcome to Festool TV. My name is Frank, and today I want to show you how to craft plate junctions with the domino joiner. With the help of this shelf, I want to show you how it works. For this purpose, I have provided 3 plates with edge bands.
Mit Umleimern versehen. Und bevor ich jetzt hier die restlichen Fräsungen durchführe,
before carrying out the remaining cuts, I have to sketch out the whole thing, of course. I mark the edges with the triangular sign, so that I know what is inside, top, outside, and bottom. Here I have 3 shelves, upper, middle, and under shelf.
Zu wissen, wo nachher die Mittelseite liegt, wir haben ja 3 Böden, also einen oben, einen unten, wo hier dann der Mittelboden ist.
In order to differentiate where the middle side is afterwards, I have put my marks here as well. That is where I will set my machine afterwards. For cutting, I need the domino joiner. Here I have mounted the 5mm cutter. This 5mm cutter coordinates with these 5x30mm beech domino tenons. As they have a length of 30mm, I have to cut 15mm into the shelf material and 15mm into the side material. I can now set the depth by several different increments. With my angle pointer, I can also adjust the height of my cutter. I can do this by an exact scaling or by a quick setting through this gradual stop. In this case, we set 20mm in order to reach the middle of this workpiece. On the upper side, you can still see the setting for an exact cut or a cut with a long hole. This means that you have the option to cut an exact tenon hole or one which is slightly larger in order to compensate for dimensional tolerances. I always begin with my workpiece for the front, which I have marked with my triangular sign. I begin with an exact cut here, because it always guarantees later on that when I come to the gluing part of the job, the front will be flush and nothing can slip. Now I need electricity for my machine, and I have to mount the extraction hood.
Hier haben wir den Vorteil des Systems und jetzt können wir mit der Einstellung, die wir gewählt haben, auf unseren
Now I can lower my machine to the chosen setting to the shelf and cut the tenon holes. Now I set one increment further and cut a hole which is slightly larger. I set the cutter on the scaling and position myself at the marks. Now I turn the workpiece around and you see the stops, which allow me to repeatedly approach the edge. Here I switch again to the long hole. The other components are already finished, so I can insert the tenons now. What's still missing are the side parts. They are put on again. With the help of my triangular signs, I can see what is inside, outside, top and bottom. I cut the middle side first. Now I simply put the shelf part on. This is aligned to the front edge and to my mark. Afterwards, the ensemble is slightly fixed with screw clamps, but not too tight, because that would cause pressure marks in the material. Now I have a clean stop and can set my domino joiner from this side by turning the stop. Now I only need to go along again, choose the exact tenon hole, and start. Switch to long hole. The middle shelf is now cut.
Der mittlere Boden sozusagen ist jetzt gefräst.
Now we have to cut the upper and lower shelf as well. For this purpose, I put the workpiece in a slightly sloping position. The triangular signs are clearly visible. I loosen the workpiece with the foot valve in order to move it and get a little more stability. Then I turn the stop around again, and I can approach and cut. As you can see, I have a little problem now. That's why I mount a support here, which I fix with 2 screws.
Sehr einfach. 2 Schrauben, das Ganze festschrauben und dementsprechend dann
simply align to the front edge and screw down. And I already have my support, which helps me work more precisely. I switch to exact tenon cutting again, because I am in the front. And I start again. So that was it. The holes are cut everywhere. Bigger holes and exact holes. Now I still have to put the whole thing together. I take the rest of our domino tenons and insert them here. For the finishing, you would now glue the assembly as well. However, with this example, I will do it without glue, to show you how fast this works.
In unserem Fall machen wir das jetzt mal ohne Leim, um einfach auch zu zeigen, wie schnell das funktioniert. So.
I position myself at the triangular signs, because the tenons are everywhere in the material. At the sides, I look as well where the triangular signs are. That's here. Then I place the parts on it and begin to put the whole thing together. The upper shelf looks good by now. Here in the middle as well. And finally, the lower shelf. The 3 shelves are placed, so now I pay attention to our triangular signs. Here, and set up again. I position myself at the tenon holes, and the workpiece is put together. Normally there's glue below, and we fix it with clamping screws until the glue has hardened. The workpiece is finished now. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'm looking forward to seeing you again on Festool TV. Thank you. Yours, Frank.